The Warriors is a 1979 American action thriller film directed by Walter Hill. Based on Sol Urich's 1965 novel of the same name, it was released in the United States in February 1979. The film centers on a fictitious New York City street gang who must travel 30 miles from the north end of the Bronx to their home turf in Coney Island in southern Brooklyn after they are framed for the murder of a respected gang leader. Plot: Cyrus, played by Roger Hill, leader of the Gramercy Riffs, the most powerful gang in New York City, requests that each of the city's gangs send 9 unarmed delegates to Van Cortlandt Park for a midnight summit. The Warriors, a gang from Coney Island, attend the summit with 9 delegates: leader Cleon, played by Dorsey Wright, second-in-command Swan, played by Michael Beck, the scout Fox, played by Thomas G. Waits, the graffiti tagger Rembrandt, played by Marcelino Sanchez, soldier Snow, played by Brian Tyler, Cowboy, played by Tom McKitterick, Cochise, played by David Harris, Vermin, played by Terry Mycos, and their quick-tempered enforcer Ajax, played by James Remar. Cyrus proposes to the assembled crowd a citywide truce and alliance that would allow the gangs to control the city together, since they collectively outnumbered the police by 3-1. Most of the gang members applaud this idea, but Luther, played by David Patrick Kelly, the unbalanced and sadistic leader of the Rogues, shoots Cyrus dead as police officers arrive to raid the summit. In the ensuing chaos, Luther realizes that one of the warriors, Fox, appears to suspect him and makes a false accusation which leads the vengeful Riffs to attack the warlord, Cleon. Meanwhile, the other warriors escape, unaware that they have been implicated in Cyrus's killing. The Riffs put out a hit on the Warriors through a radio DJ, played by Len Thigpen. Swan, the war chief, takes charge of the group as they try to get home, much to Ajax's disappointment. The Turnbull AC spot the Warriors and try to run them down with a modified school bus, but the Warriors escape and board an elevated train. On the ride to Coney Island, the train is stopped by a building fire alongside the tracks, stranding the Warriors in Tremont. Setting out on foot, they encounter the orphans, who are insecure about their low status in the gang hierarchy as they were excluded from Cyrus's meeting. After Mercy, played by Deborah Van Valkenburg, the girlfriend of the orphans' leader, instigates a confrontation, Swan throws a Molotov cocktail and the Warriors run to the nearest subway station. Impressed and desperate to escape her depressed neighborhood, Mercy follows the Warriors. When the group arrives at the 96th Street and Broadway station in Manhattan, they are pursued by police and separated. 3 of them, Vermin, Cochise, and Rembrandt, escape by boarding a subway car. Fox, struggling with a police officer, is thrown onto the tracks and is fatally hit by a passing train as Mercy flees the scene. Swan, Ajax, Snow, and Cowboy are chased by the baseball Furies into Riverside Park but defeat them in a brawl. After the fight, Ajax sees a lone woman sitting on a park bench and leaves the group despite Swan's objections. When Ajax becomes sexually aggressive, the woman, revealed to be an undercover police officer, handcuffs him to the bench and arrests him. Upon arriving at Union Square, Vermin, Cochise, and Rembrandt are seduced by an all-female gang called the Lizzies and invited into their hideout. They narrowly escape the Lizzies' subsequent attack, learning in the process that the gangland community believes the Warriors murdered Cyrus. Acting as a lone scout, Swan decides to return to the 96th Street station, where Mercy joins him. After reaching the Union Square station, they reunite with the remaining Warriors and engage in a fight with a roller skating gang, the Punks, which allows Mercy to prove herself in combat. Meanwhile, an unidentified gang member visits the Riffs and tells them that he saw Luther shoot Cyrus. At dawn, the Warriors finally reach Coney Island, only to find Luther and the Rogues waiting for them. Swan challenges Luther to single combat, but Luther pulls a gun instead. Swan dodges his shot and throws a switchblade, which was taken from one of the Punks, into Luther's wrist, disarming him. The Riffs arrive, acknowledging the Warriors' courage and skill before apprehending the Rogues. As the Riffs descend upon him, Luther screams. The radio DJ announces that the big alert has been called off and salutes the Warriors with a song, "In the City." The film ends with Swan, Mercy, and the rest of the gang walking down a Coney Island beach, illuminated by the rising sun. About the film. The Warriors was directed by Walter Hill and based on the 1965 novel of the same name written by Sol Urich. The novel itself was inspired by the ancient Greek epic Anabasis by Xenophon. The film features a diverse ensemble cast, including Michael Beck as Swan, James Remar as Ajax, Dorsey Wright as Cleon, and Deborah Van Valkenburg as Mercy, among others. The actors brought their unique energy and charisma to their respective roles, contributing to the film's gritty and intense atmosphere. The Warriors was made on a modest budget and primarily filmed on location in New York City. The city's vibrant and sometimes dangerous urban landscape became an integral part of the film's narrative. The production team faced challenges during filming, including limited resources and the need for extensive coordination to capture the action sequences. During filming, the production team faced the challenge of capturing the dynamic and visually striking action sequences that defined the Warriors. The music of the Warriors played a significant role in creating the film's gritty atmosphere and capturing the energy of its urban setting. The film's soundtrack, composed by Barry Dvorak, featured a mix of original score and popular music of the time. The Warriors was released on February 9, 1979. It premiered in New York City and received a wide theatrical release in the following months. The film's release was accompanied by marketing campaigns that aimed to generate buzz and attract audiences to its unique blend of action, drama, and stylized visuals. The film had an estimated budget of around $4 million. At the box office, it performed moderately well, earning approximately $22 million worldwide. While it didn't achieve blockbuster status upon its initial release, the film's enduring popularity and cult following have contributed to its long-term success. The Warriors received mixed critical reception upon its initial release, but has since gained a strong cult following. It is known for its stylized portrayal of street gangs, memorable characters, quotable lines, and a pulsating soundtrack that captures the spirit of the era. The Warriors has left a lasting legacy in popular culture. It has influenced subsequent films, television shows, and video games, inspiring a devoted fan base that appreciates its distinct aesthetic and portrayal of street gang subculture. The film's quotable lines, iconic imagery, and memorable costumes have become synonymous with its enduring appeal. 10 interesting facts about the Warriors movie. 1. The iconic line, "Warriors, come out to play," spoken by David Patrick Kelly's character, has become one of the film's most memorable moments. 2. The film trucks were protected by a real gang called the Mongrels for $500 a day. 3. The film's visual style, with its colorful and distinctive gang costumes, has had a significant impact on popular culture and inspired numerous Halloween costumes and cosplays. 4. The graffiti-inspired opening credit sequence, featuring animations by artist Wayne Barlow, is considered one of the film's standout visual elements. 5. Tony Danza was offered the lead, but he chose to film the television series Taxi, 1978, instead. 6. The Warriors' sign on the bathhouse for one of the photos was painted over a real gang's tag. The gang didn't take too well to this, so the producers paid them to be in the film. 7. The Warriors faced controversy upon its release, as some people feared it would incite violence and gang activity. Despite this, the film has since been recognized for its social commentary and exploration of themes like unity and survival. 8. Crew members were sent death threats because local gangs were not cast. Thousands of dollars worth of equipment were damaged when one gang tore through the set during a lunch break. 9. Robert De Niro was asked to be Cowboy, but he passed on it. 10. In recent years, there have been discussions and plans for a potential remake or TV series adaptation of The Warriors.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more interesting videos and don't forget to press like button and share.